Hey guys, welcome back to another Land Out of Time video. So in this video I will be showing you guys exactly how Big Game Hunter works, which is the new hunter training method that was released with the Land Out of Time update. Big Game Hunter is a unique hunter training method where you collect resources and you build crossbows called scorpions, and then you will end up shooting the massive dinosaur without being spotted. So to start Big Game Hunter, you will need to go to the new island Anachronia, and to get here you will just need to take the boat near the dig site. And alternative ways of getting here include the lodestone once you have built it, and teleporting to the Slayer Master using the Slayer Cape. There are 9 different big game dinosaurs that you can hunt on this island, spanning across level 75 to 96 Hunter and 55 to 76 Slayer. And so on screen now is a list of the 9 different dinosaurs you can hunt, as well as the bait requirements and the map showing where each dinosaur is located. And also the Surge and Bladed Dive are highly recommended for this method. They will definitely help you a lot when trying to evade the dinosaur. So now moving on to the actual hunt, we're going to be hunting a Bagrata Rex, which requires raw manta ray. So to begin the hunt, you will want to have the appropriate bait in your inventory, and you should have like 2 or 3 of them, and then click on the bait pad, and this will create a private instance, and the hunt will begin. So the point of Big Game Hunter is pretty much to collect resources, and then you will want to build the expos or the scorpions, and then you want to bait the dino onto the pressure plate in the middle using 1 food. You will also need to build the pressure plate as well for 1 log. And then around the arena there are multiple different resources to collect. So first there is a tree, which you are seeing me chop right now, and these give jungle logs. Then there is the jungle vines, and these just give you vines which are used to build the ballista. And then of course there are the 3 different colors of frogs, so you can see them hopping around. There should be a blue, a red, and a yellow. And these frogs are used to poison the spears, which you will be arming into the ballista. And the one other thing that I would like to point out is that there is a pile of planks right here. And these are used to actually store food, and it only needs to be built once. So now looking at the entire arena, so we have the 3 ballistas. So as you can see, there are these things circled in red right now. And then there is also the pressure plate in the middle, which is just surrounding the ballistas. There's also a little bit of grass, which you can see me standing in right over here. So this bit of grass is pretty useful. It makes it so the dinosaur can't see you while it's walking by. So even if you are inside its blue circle, then it still won't see you and you're safe. And then of course there is the dinosaur, which should be walking around in a circle. And if you can see the light blue circle going around the dinosaur, that is what you need to try and avoid. So it will take roughly 5 or 6 seconds of being in that for the dinosaur to catch you. So you can be in it for a short amount of time, but once it starts turning yellow, then you should try and get out. And if the dinosaur does catch you, it will just roar and scare you off. And I believe you have 5 attempts at this, so if it scares you off 5 times in a row, then you cannot do this encounter for another full hour. So now that you know the basics of big game hunting, we're just going to go through one full instance, and I'm going to show you guys a good strategy that you can follow. So when starting an instance, you should start by collecting 3 vines and 10 logs. It might be best just to start off, just run to the grass and just gather your surroundings, figure out where the tree is, and then go to the tree when the dinosaur has just passed, or the vines. So the goal of this hunt is to build the 3 ballistas, the pressure plate, then you want to arm the ballistas with poisoned spears, and then bait the pressure plate. So essentially you will be collecting all these logs and vines, so you can do this all in one go. without collecting more resources. So once you have collected your 10 logs and 3 vines, you can now begin crafting your 3 spears. So it costs 1 log to craft a spear, and you can do this while standing in the tall grass so that there is no chance of the dinosaur to spot you. And so the next step is to poison your spears, and you can do this by clicking on the colored frogs. So for your first instance, you should probably pick 2 different colors of frogs, and this is essentially so you can figure out which color is the weakness. So here I'm going to be picking blue and red. So I'm going to tip 2 of these spears blue and then 1 red, and then essentially I'll be able to figure out which one is the dinosaur's weakness. And so once you have all 3 of your poison spears, you can now begin building the scorpions or the ballistas. And they're just in these 3 spots surrounding the pressure plate. You can also arm the ballistas, so for this you want to right click it and then put in whichever color spear that you have. So I'm going to be putting 2 blue spears in and 1 red spear. Also, you can build the pressure plate, and once all 3 ballistas are armed and ready, you can bait the pressure plate so that you will actually shoot the dinosaur. And so once this cutscene begins, you will want to pay close attention. So you're going to want to see which arrow does 30,000 if there is one. If there isn't, then it's obviously the 3rd color, because the weakness of the dinosaur, that arrow color, should do 30,000. So I'm just going to freeze it right here. As you can see, the red damage is the 30,000, so that means that the red arrow is this dinosaur's weakness. So from now on, we are going to be using red arrows while shooting this dinosaur for the next full hour until the instance is complete. So now when moving on to the next round, so once you actually kill the dinosaur, it should be really easy. You do know the weakness, so you can actually get the dinosaur killed in 1 shot with all 3 ballistas. So when moving on to that next kill, you already do know the weakness. So as you saw, red was the weakness for my instance. So this very next kill, I put all 3 red arrows in the ballistas, and I'm going to be killing this dinosaur in 1 hit, making it much faster. And one other thing that I would like to note is that it is possible to have 2 to 3 dinosaurs in 1 encounter, and this is actually really difficult, especially with 3. 2 is doable, but usually if I was to get this encounter, I would probably just skip it and exit the encounter, go back in until there's 1. I just don't find that it's worth that much for the amount of time that you are putting into it. And so now we're going to look at the rewards that you can actually get from big game hunting. So as you can see, here is a look at the loot that I have obtained from 2 of these kills. So you always get the dragon scales, the dragon bones, also some dinosaur meat. And in this case, it is raw bagrata meat, which is really valuable right now since people are looking into doing the other big game hunter, because this meat is used for a higher level dinosaur. And then you also have the dinosaur scales. These are selling for 1k each, so as you can see, I have 162 of these. Overall, with this total loot, you're looking at probably around 200 to 300k per kill right now, and that is with the meat selling pretty high. And so here is a look at 1 individual kill. So as you can see, it is 100k GP, and this is for a lower big game hunter dinosaur. It is for the 75 hunter and 55 slayer. So of course the higher level big game hunter dinosaurs will give you a little bit more GP, but this still is pretty good, especially with the meat being a lot higher than 4,000 right now. When I first did this, which was on day 1, I sold that for 100k each, so those 2 pieces of meat for 100k each. I'm thinking right now you could probably sell it for around 20k on day 2, and maybe even day 3. But overall, the loot does look pretty good. I mean, 100k to maybe 300k is pretty solid for Big Game Hunter if you can catch it every about 5 minutes. The XP for Big Game Hunter is fairly low. I believe at the 96 level 96 hunter dinosaur you can get around 25k every time you kill one, 25k hunter XP. And then for the lower level big game hunter methods like the Bagrata Rex, I got 9k hunter XP for this dinosaur, so the XP does vary. It is a little bit on the low side. But overall, I do find Hunter really fun and pretty exciting new content. Anyway, that is it for this video. I really hope you guys did enjoy. If you have any questions about this method or anything, just leave them in the comments down below. And if you guys are looking for more RuneScape 3 content, hit that subscribe button and you will not be disappointed. Anyway guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.